Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy, and it's an exciting game. Now, this could be a really big Kickstarter, but we'll see if it is. Now, this has been hyped for many months coming into this Kickstarter, and it's Prosperous Hall, isn't it? Coming to Kickstarter for the first time, and also legacy game, big legacy game on Kickstarter. Wow, looks really interesting. I watched the live play on last week on the Dice Tower. It looked very interesting, and I was kind of in the same boat as Tom Vassell, where he can't wait to play the next scenarios and stuff like that. You can see here the minis are kind of taken from the movies, iconic scenes of the movies. It's been such a long time since I've seen the movies. I don't think I've got a connection to these, but I can get, it's like raptors coming out of some kind of door, peeking the head over the Jurassic thingy, pulling his head through some pylons. I don't really, whatever it is, it looks interesting. 20 days to go, which is good, I guess. I don't want to see one of these rapid fire Kickstarters, so it has time to breathe a little bit. So let's go down. It says that there's 12 thrilling adventures here with many boxes and folders to open as you go. Yeah, it's fully licensed, and that's probably why it's so exciting. They've gone for this 1950s world in its art style, and they're basing it out on, where it is in the game, out in Hawaii or someplace like this. Now, the board, as you see here, is fairly large in size. And you are going to be putting stickers and things on it. So as you go through the game, by the end of your 12 games of the legacy game, it then becomes a standalone game, and your map will look different to other people, as is the new kind of wave of legacy games where you'll have your own design at the end. Anyway, I think it's a really interesting game. These sector cards here, these are really cool because the dinosaurs in the park, they are going to move between player rounds. And it's these sector cards which dictate where they move, but they are kind of hidden. But if you're in the same sector as the dinosaur, you can see the predicted path. But if you're not in the same sector, you might want to move there or use some items they've got, for example, binoculars. They will also let you look in, because it is very important in the game to kind of see where the dinosaur's going, because your characters do have potential to use items to stop their movement or stop their aggression or something, or to push them. You can move them around and stuff. You're going to want these to stop them because, for example, this sector card we can see here, the red icon here means it's going to attack that turn, so you might want to go in and sedate that dinosaur to stop him doing that. And some of these can have more bites and things like this. And these 4 dinosaurs that we're seeing here, the red ones are the carnivores and the green ones are the herbivores, and the reds potentially could attack the greens. If a dinosaur does die, it's out for that chapter of the legacy game. It will return for the next chapter. Of course, there's DNA in the growing dinosaurs here and stuff like that. But you get massive consequences if a dinosaur dies, because, hey, it's a theme park, you want dinosaurs alive, so you've really got to kind of keep them safe and stop them attacking and really kind of respect the wildlife here. It's not I need to kill all these and stuff like this and deal with consequences. So there is that. These round cards that you come, these are going to give you missions in between. And if, for example, if you open, let's say number 2, number 2's objective could be an emergency objective. And if you don't do that by that round, you're going to get consequences each round. So you really need to tackle that. The characters that you have, they seem to have their classes, very weak classes, but interesting. You know, one is potentially good at these mini games that are in the game, and one is good for moving people around. You've got one person who's good for medicine, one person's good against dinosaurs, this kind of jazz. Right, you can see on these cards laid out, just notice there's Sector 6, which is blue section up here. It says the herbivore is going to go east and the raptors up there are going to go east. And he's going to attack, so if there's... I don't know, it seems like they put goats down here to kind of feed the dinosaurs. I guess that's what you want your park to do, isn't it? Yeah, cool. There are buildings, building cards and things, and you can actually enter these buildings. The buildings seem to have some kind of mini-game, sliding game we saw, and this kind of thing. Be kind of interesting, and there's probably more different mini-games that are going to pop out of the legacy as you construct more buildings and stuff like this. This looks like a further chapter on in the legacy because there are multiple buildings here. Like I said, there's the use of goats here and potential, I don't know, are they tourists that are in the park? I don't know what these things are, but anyway, more stuff going on. Yeah, Dr. Henry Wu, you can see the card here, it's got that kind of 50s vibe, and the card art has the 50s vibe as well. They've got some really cool, like, I don't know, polished videos from the dev team. These are pretty fun to see. You're going to be building, managing, creating, yeah. What's in the box? This is the Kickstarter sleeve that you got. It looked like the sleeve had holes in it, so it looks like it's been scratched or something. That's fairly cool, and it's coming at this 120. Is there just one pledge on this? There is. This is my kind of worry for it, because I expected it to be kind of a big Kickstarter. I expected like stretch goals, etc. But it's just a retail game of a high value, isn't it? The only thing that you could potentially get in here is the sleeve. Well, that's not very exciting, is it? You want gameplay Kickstarter exclusives and things like this. I was surprised actually 120, because I thought it was going to come at around 160. Did you know the box is £7? Well, that's not big when it comes to Kickstarter weight, I'll tell you now. And the big question you're going to have is, what's this going to be at retail? So these stories look really nice. It's got like a comic book feel to it. The characters here have these kind of scratch card elements to them. There's a plastic talon in the box for you to scratch it off. It's fairly cool. Dinosaurs in these boxes and custom dice. The combat is interesting because on the player cards here, each person has their own specific defense here. So Robert Muldoon here, he's good against this Talon defense, whereas Dr. Henry Wu, he's better against this, I don't know, swipe. Alejandro Soliandro, she is good against this splash attack. And if a dinosaur does attack, you roll these dice, and potentially you've got a natural defense against them. And certain dinosaurs will be rolling more dice if they attack you. That's why they've got to kind of stop them doing their attacks, because a T-Rex could be rolling all 5 of these, and you potentially could be knocked out. Yeah, the Amberdown, there's this big D20 here with mosquitoes inside, they say. And there's a raptor claw for the scratching the thing. I don't think it'd be better than a coin, but I don't know. Yeah. Research Folio, just one of these. There's a lot of these. Big board. Lots of cards. I think these item cards are going to roll over. I think this is like an items tuck box where you are collecting stuff, because you are going to be going through the movies, you're going through different time zones, aren't you? So more items will get into your park through research and things like this. So that's all good. These game mats are the buildings, and they all seem to have their little mini game on top of them. It's certainly unknown at this point what type of games are coming, if any of these games get reused a second time during the game but add a bit more complexity. We don't know. And lots of stickers here. The one on the left is... I don't think the one on the left is stickers, because it's roads and... or maybe they could be stickers, I don't know, but the fences here, the electric fences can be broken down if a dinosaur attacks that direction. And I don't know, I thought these were temporary. Maybe they're hiding what the stickers are. I don't know. There's lots of unknowns around legacy titles, so. There is this kind of cool keyring here with the rules on it. Instead of opening the rulebook, you can throw someone the keyring and they can quickly find whatever they need. It's in alphabetical order. I kind of like this. It's kind of neat. And the rulebook's nice because it takes you... you don't need to read all of it. You're kind of reading a little bit and it throws you into the game very quickly. And then it kind of says, stop, don't read any more of the rulebook until you go to the next chapter and stuff like this. So, yeah, these reference cards are nice because it feels like a little complex when you look at the rules, but when you see it play, it's fairly simple. It really is. This is kind of nice. They're communicating these card sizes for the sleeves. There's kind of like a little bit of... I don't know, it's like attention to detail here from the team here trying to make a legacy game. The kind of catering here for the Kickstarter people here, like knowing people are going to sleeve stuff. They're even mentioning these, you know, every single thing that you could potentially sleeve. If they're putting this information down, you're certainly going to have room in the box. There's the Dice Tower playthrough. 12 adventure. Each will have a prologue. Looks good, doesn't it? Dum, dum, dum. Scratch off powers. Your characters will grow their legacy. So here, there's going to be 3 more carnivores, 3 more herbivores, and 2 unknown. What the heck is that? What's this big white area? Ooh, what's this? So yeah, I'm still excited about it. My only problem is that this is a retail game. There's not here to get excited about regarding the Kickstarter. You know, it's coming out in October. The Dice Tower box they had was the retail box. They had everything finished. They just need to print it off. There's nothing going to be changing. And for every person that knows that if a retail game pops up on Kickstarter, you look at the pledge here of 120 and you know it's going to be cheaper at retail. You know 100% this will be cheaper at retail. You've also got sales and stuff like this, and this is potentially going to be bananas big in retail. You know, it's like, have you ever seen Gloomhaven for less than $120? Yes, of course you have. And, you know, lots of people complain when their Kickstarter games go to retail, and they're cheaper at retail. So, you know, but you're going to have to look at shipping here to make your choice, because potentially you could get cheaper shipping if you do it. I mean, look at this, $20 for United States. You could, I mean, most retail games, they give you free shipping, don't they, to the US if it's over $100. So that's that, isn't it? And like here, they're putting Mexico in rest of the world. That's $77. Are you kidding me? Like I can wait for this to come to Amazon. I get free shipping to Mexico. I'll say free shipping. It might be $20 input tax or something like that from Amazon. Yeah, but yeah, so a little bit disappointed actually. Yeah, got to temper my expectations here. I mean, what the heck are they going to do with updates per day? So look at these FAQ. 21. Is it officially a license? You bet your dollar it is, otherwise they're going to get sued. Yes, it can be played solo. It's not replayable. You fall forward in the story and the game is complete at the end. Some adventures can take 150 minutes. That's potentially 3 hours. No app needed. Kids 10, it says. It is fully cooperative. There is a little bit of a danger of quarterbacking here, where one person's trying to tell people what they need to do on their turn, but you know, that's all part of what the group is. You need to see if your group's got quarterbackers in it, but it says we've spared no expense. That's not how Kickstarters work, my friend. As part of developing this game, we have included everything we wanted to include in the box. There'll not be any additional stretch goals or add-ons. This is my concern, because if, let's just say this game made, fancy one, $10 million, the economy of scale there would be putting pure profit into the dev team. That's my problem with these retail games, that there is they need to get the profit. They need potentially to pay shareholders and this stuff. So it's not an independent game where you can expect all of your pledge to go into that production of the game. And that is my concern about these games popping on Kickstarter that don't seem to be doing that. They don't seem to be giving you anything back at all. So yeah, it's basically a pre-order, isn't it? Yeah, you can pledge $1 and it's going to be on late pledge and you'll be able to bloody pre-order it from then. There's going to be nothing. There's no difference. You could just... It's just a retail game. Where are you shipping? Look at our table. We're not shipping to these obvious places. Yeah. Will sleeves fit in? Not what? Round cards are specific. Item cards are unlocked and go into the tuck box. Mm-hmm. There is a divider between locked and unlocked items. If you sleeve your cards, they're not going to fit in the tuck box. Maybe you're not going to even... I don't know. Maybe you are going to want to sleeve. You know, there's... You know, are these cards like the best quality you can get? Like, we just don't know this. Like, are your cards linen finish? Are they linen finish? We don't know. So yeah, this is what I feel, peeps. I'm already at my final choice here. I'm gonna wait till retail. That's it. You know, could you not have? I mean, they've designed the game to, when you finish the legacy game, it's a standalone game. You know, lots of these independent Kickstarters. I'm going to have to make this brief. Lots of independent Kickstarters that put stretch goals down them. That's kind of their dream if they make a lot of money. You know, if they can make this game at 100k, which is past that pledge, then the rest is going to the profit of the thingy. And You know, I understand you've got to pay the devs and stuff, keep the lights on in the studio, etc. But at the end of the day, the devs do put most of the profits back into the game to make it the best the game can be. Else you're not indie, are you? You become middle world, or you become this big retail nonsense where I feel in my bones this is where Kickstarter's going. It's going towards this retail pre-order world is what I feel, but we will see. I've got a video coming out next Monday. I'll put a splash screen up here. It's going to be talking about one of the massive things. I mean, you're going to have to wait for that video, but I'm going to be talking about the biggest competition with all these Kickstarter games, and it's you. You are the biggest competition. I'm going to explain in that video what that means. But I can tell you now, most of my... I don't know, are you watching this and backing this? I think most of my watchers are going to wait to retail. It's as simple as that. We know in our heart of hearts this is going to be cheaper at retail with cheaper shipping, and we don't care because even though they're saying this is coming out in the autumn or the fall, it's going to be at retail, isn't it, for Christmas? You'd be able to get it in retail, I'd recommend, probably in Christmas, so I'd hold out for it. You know, I normally get 2 retail games in the year, and potentially I might pick this up as one of my retail choices of the year. So we'll just have to see, but Jurassic World: The Legacy of Isla Nublar. As a Kickstarter page, not great, is it, peeps? It's not really a Kickstarter. It's a bloody retail game as a pre-order, and that stinks. You know, why are you here? Why are you here? Yeah. So that bombshell, peeps, do we recommend it? No, we don't. Don't back it. Wait until it comes out at retail. They're doing nothing for you as a Kickstarter. A bloody sleeve. Whoopee-doo. You get a sleeve. Oh my god. There's more stuff out there to put your money out on Kickstarter that you'll get better value with. And, you know. So there it is, peeps. I've been your host, Lipstickpaddy. This has been Kickstarter Radio 1 and 2.4. You take care, stay safe, and bye-bye for now.